Welcome to the Design Files demo. In this demo, I'll be going over a number of the key features that you can use to really streamline and automate your current design process. Our goal is to help you service more customers in less time and really maximize those profits. So let's jump right in. Now, what are you really getting with a Design Files account? Well, what you're getting is your very own professional and private online design platform that's branded to your business. And it comes with all the tools you're going to need to complete a design consultation from start to finish. Now, I mentioned that you could brand the account to your business, and you definitely want to do that because when you let your client log in to review the designs, they need to see your company name, not Design Files. So what you want to do is you want to go into your account settings, and within your account settings, you'll see fields where you can enter in your business name, your phone number, your website, and your address. You can upload a picture of yourself, and you can upload your business logo. And when you add in all these details, we're going to remove all the Design Files branding from your account and replace it with your company branding. So every page, every presentation, every email you send out to your client will be branded to you. And you can also change out the primary colors for your brand as well. So if you want to change up the button colors, the link colors, and the header colors to closely match your brand, you can do that right here. Now I'll jump back to the projects page because it's really the page that you're going to land on each time you log into your Design Files account, and it acts as your dashboard. So it's going to list all the client projects that you currently have on the go, and for each of those client projects, they'll each be saved as their own separate digital folder. So that's going to allow you to put all your project-specific details into each folder and stay nice and organized. Now you can create a new project by clicking this button here, or if you need to edit a previous project, you can just click into it here. For each of the client projects that you create in Design Files, you can create multiple design boards. So you can see that I've got one of 17 design boards. If you want to create a new design board, you just hit that new design button. It's going to open up the editor and you'll be able to build out your next design. And when you save it, it gets saved as a separate page within your client project. You can use this arrow or this arrow right here to flick through each of the designs that you've created. And you can create more of a 3D looking design like the one you're seeing on the screen now, or you can create more of a simple 2D concept board like this one here. And we have a number of designers who love to create these because they're so quick and easy to build, and they really give your client a good idea of how all these products are going to work together. And if you're building design boards like this, you can also choose to upload floor plan images directly to your client project, and that will help your client understand how these products are going to get laid out within their space. Now for each of the design boards that you create, your product list is automatically generated. So it's going to include every single item you added to the design board. It will include full product details, shop links, the price of the item, and you can even adjust the quantity here. And when you adjust the quantity, it will affect the overall total. So you'll always be showing your client an accurate price point. Now we built in some flexibility here to handle any kind of job that you're working on. So if this is an e-design job and maybe you want to let your client just shop the look themselves, then you can leave everything as is. And when you invite your client in to review the designs, they can browse the product list and they can click on any of these shop links to be redirected right to the retailer's site where they can purchase the item. Or if this is a case where you want to be in charge of ordering the product and you do not want to let your client shop the look themselves, then you can use these options right here. And this will allow you to hide product-specific details from your client. So it might be a case where you want to hide the product name from your client to prevent them from Googling it and shopping the item themselves. And you can also choose to replace shop links with approve and reject buttons. So when you turn this toggle on, it's going to remove all the shop links and it's going to show approve and reject buttons when your client logs in. This will allow your client to quickly go through the entire product list, approve items for order, and reject other items that they want to see another option for. Now, when you use the options within this menu, these are global options, so they are going to affect every single item in your product list. So, for the sake of argument, let's say you have a client project and you want to be in charge of ordering 80% of the product, but you're going to let your client shop 20% of the product because you're not getting a better price on it anyway. That's fine. What you can do is you can actually use these individual menus here and you can bring product details back. So if I turn these toggles off again, let's say I invite my client in now. Now they'll actually be able to shop this item, but they won't be able to shop any of the other items. I'll still be in charge of ordering these products. You can also, within this menu, you can also edit price and details. So if you have trade discounts that you want to take advantage of and you want to offer up custom pricing to your client, then you can go ahead and you can add in your own custom price that you're going to offer up to your client. And when you save that, your client is going to see your price, not the retail price. So when you have all those selections in place, you can go ahead and you can submit the design to your client. To do that, you'll just click this button here. You'll add your client's email address in here, and you can add any message you want. So if there's something specific that you want to address within this project, you can add that here, and then you can choose to submit just this design that we're hovering over right now, or you could choose to submit all the designs that you've created within this project to your client in one email. When you do that, we're going to send an email out to your client, and it will be branded to your business. And in that email, it'll have a link that allows your client to come in and review the designs that you've created. So I'm just going to jump over to the client view because I'd like you to see what they're going to see based on the selections that we made. So when your client clicks on that link, they're going to get jumped right into their version of this project page. The first thing you're going to notice is that your client does not have access to the actions that you have access to. They can't create designs, they can't edit designs, they can't do any of that. The only thing they're going to have is the design board that they can review, and they can click anywhere on the design board to leave feedback for you. If you've attached additional documents to your client presentation, then they'll also show here for your client. So if you did upload your contract and your invoice, your client will have access to that. They can download these documents and review them on their own time. Now, as I scroll down here, you'll see the selections are showing. So we removed the shop buttons from all of these products except for this one here, and we removed the product names. So as a client, they can quickly go through and approve items for order, and they can reject other items that they want to see another option for. And when they reject other items, they can actually provide feedback to you so that they can kind of give you guidance on what they're really looking for. At that point, you'll be able to edit your design boards and switch out that product for another option that's more in line with their needs. Now I'll just jump back over to the designer side. So when you have invited your client in to review designs, I mentioned that they could click anywhere on the design board to leave feedback for you. And when they do that, let's just open up this comment. So when your client has left feedback for you, you're automatically going to get an email sent directly to your account to let you know that feedback has been added and you should come in and review. So when you're coming into review, you can click on any of these icons, you can open them up, you can review the feedback that's been left by your client, you can edit the design board and make any needed changes that you need to make, and then you can follow up with your client to let them know that you've made changes and they should come back in and review. When you and your client have come to an agreement on a particular product, for instance, maybe they're good to go with this sofa now, you can mark the entire conversation as resolved. And when you do that, the icon's going to turn gray, there's a little check mark there, and that's just to indicate to you and your client that you don't need to address those conversations anymore. You're just going to focus on the other open ones. Now, a couple of other things I'd like to bring to your attention within this page. In this menu here, you've got a few options available to you. I mentioned that you could attach additional files like your contract and your invoice. You would do that by clicking on this option right here. And when you upload those documents and you add them here, they're automatically shared with your client in your client's account. So they can review those documents on their end. You can also choose to duplicate a design. So let's say you've created this design and you want to provide your client with a second option, but you just want to switch out the armchairs and the rug, just go ahead and duplicate that design. It'll save you a lot of time and you can make the minor changes that you need to make. And you can also copy designs to another client project. So let's say you had a client a month ago and you created these designs. You just got a new client and they have a very similar style and layout in their home to the previous client. What you could do is you could actually copy this design board over to your new client's project, make any minor changes you need, and then submit the design. The goal here is really to cut down on the amount of time that you're spending on each client project. So if an older design is going to work, why not use it? Okay, now you can also download client presentations from this menu as well. And when you do this, we're going to create a branded presentation that you can send out to your client. It'll bring up every single design board that you've added to this client project and all the product lists that are associated with each of those designs. You can choose to send all of this in one PDF, or you can get really specific and create a really clean and concise presentation that you want to send to your client. So I'm just going to uncheck these, and I'm going to pick specific design boards that I want to include and a specific product list. And when I generate the presentation, it's going to create a PDF that's branded to my business. Your logo will show here, your contact details in the top here. There's your first design board and the overall total. The second design board, there's the floor plan layout and the full product list. And you have full control over what product details are going to show in this product list. So whatever selections you made in your product list, that's also going to be replicated within the PDF. So if you don't want to show those shop buttons, you don't have to, just remove them. Okay, so I'm going to jump back over here to the project page, and we'll go right into the editor so you can see where you're going to build out these designs. Now within the Design Files editor, we've actually built in a number of key features to really help you create professional and clean design boards for your clients. And a lot of those features are over here in this right side panel. So down here, we actually do have a paint color library. It's got the full Benjamin Moore, Sherwin-Williams, and Dulux collections, and you can click into any of these to browse their full collections. You can search by color name, by color code, or you can search by color family here. When you find a color you like, you can drag it out onto your design board, and you can create color schemes like this, or scale it up and use that color swatch as a paint color for your back wall. We're very soon going to be including a distort tool, and that's going to allow you to distort these color swatches, to drag them out and fit them along the side walls. That should be ready in a few days. Now, there's also a text library. So if you want to include text to your design boards, you can absolutely do that. All you need to do is find a font that you like, drag it out onto your design board. You can type in your message, save it, and when you save it, you can actually move it around, scale it, and put it wherever you like in your design. You can also change the color of your text here. Now we also provide a product library, and that product library has over 470,000 products. You can search for a particular item here, and it's going to pull up, let's try to spell that correctly, and it'll pull up all the options we have across all the vendors we're working with. You'll see if a product is on sale, and you'll see the individual price of each of these items as well. So you'll be able to know how much it costs before you drag it out onto your design board. From there, you can just find the one you want, drag it out onto your design board, and scale it into place. There's also a vendors tab, so you can actually search for specific vendor collections, and you can search within those collections. And of course, you can upload your own personal product library. So if the vendors we're working with are not the vendors that you want to work with, that's completely fine. You can choose to upload your own products to your Design Files account to use within your design boards. You can do that in one of two ways. You can upload your products directly from your computer here. When you upload the image, it'll give you the option to include the product name, price, description, vendor, source link, everything. Or you can choose to use our browser clipper. And the browser clipper will allow you to grab images from anywhere online and save them directly to your Design Files account. So to do that, I'm just going to click on my Add to Design Files in my bookmarks bar, and you'll see that it's going to expand out from the right side of the screen. Now I want to grab this image right here. So I'm just going to flick through these arrows, and there it is. So you can flick through the arrows to view all the options that are available to you, or you can use this icon right here. You'd click on the icon and click on the image, and it will fill it in for you. Now it's already grabbed the product name, the vendor, and the source link. So all I need to do is grab the product price and description. To do that, I'm just going to click on the icon. It'll turn blue to suggest that it's activated, and then I'm going to click on the price, and it'll fill it in for me. I'm just going to scroll down here and do the same thing with the description. Click on the icon, click on the description, and everything gets filled in. Now all you need to do is decide where you want to save this product. So you can save it to your main library, which means you'll have access to this product across all of the client projects that you create in design files, or you could save it to an individual client project. I'm going to leave it in my library, and I'll just save this. And now that that's saved, I'm going to jump back into my Design Files account, and I'm going to refresh my library to show my latest saves, and there it is. So I can drag this out onto my design board and start using it within the design. And if you ever need to confirm the product details, just make sure the item is selected and click on the View Details button down here. It'll open up this panel and you have all that information at your fingertips. All right, now there's a couple of things that I'll bring to your attention here. When you are dragging products out onto your design board like this one, you'll notice that your overall total is going to be calculating up here, so it'll help you stay on budget. And if you ever accidentally delete an item from your design board, you don't have to worry about it. So let's say I deleted this lamp and I really want to keep it. Don't worry, you don't have to go looking through your product library again. Just hit that undo button and we'll bring it right back. And you can keep on designing. Now, there are a number of key tools in the toolbar that you can use to really tweak and perfect your images, but instead of going through those in this demo, I'm actually going to suggest that you watch the video tutorial that we've already created in our resource library. So it'll show you how to create an entire 3D room design from start to finish, and it goes through all of these tools within the toolbar. It's definitely worth the watch. So I'm just going to back out of the editor now. Now within Design Files, you actually also have the option to include design packages and accept payments from your client. To do that, you're just going to go into this payment option here. And the first thing you're going to need to do is set up your Stripe account. So they are our payment partner. All you need to do is click on this button. You'll get redirected to Stripe where you can create your account. It's very simple and easy to do, and it's completely secure. We do not have access to any of your banking information. Once you've set up your Stripe account, it will automatically connect to your Design Files account, and then you can start creating your design packages page. So I'll click this button. Now on this page, you get full control over all the content. You can edit everything. So you can add in your own headline and subheadline. You can add in your own background image. So if you want to showcase one of your best portfolio pieces, you can add that in there. You can add in a bio about yourself and your business. So if there's key things that you want to highlight to your clients, you can add that in here. And then you can build out all of your design packages. And there's a lot of flexibility built into the design packages as well, so you can create whatever you want. Now, once you have your design packages in place, you can actually preview it to see what your client will see. And this is what your client's going to see. So they're going to see your logo, your phone number, if you choose to include it. They'll see your main headline and your background image. There's your quick bio and all of your design packages. Now, as a client, I can choose this package. I'll get jumped right down to the room selections, so I can choose which rooms I want help with. Let's say I want my living room and a couple of bedrooms done. Now, when I hit the Proceed to Payment button, it's already telling me how much I'm going to pay, so there's no shock. I can click on this and I'll get jumped right into the credit card step where I can complete this order. Now, when I enter all my credit card details and I complete this order, I'm actually going to get jumped right into a design questionnaire where I can provide the designer with all the project-specific details for each room. So I can enter in, I can add the title of this particular project. I can select the room that I want help with. I can set my overall budget. So we have budget ranges here, or your client can enter a custom amount. Your client can enter in color schemes if they've got a particular color they want you to work with, a color scheme they want you to work within, and then they can select their style. So we've got a nice long list of styles here that they can choose from. And if they're not really sure what their style is, it's not a problem. They can click on any of these icons to get a quick understanding of what that style is all about, and then they can choose either one or multiple styles depending on what best suits them. As I scroll down here, your client can actually include inspiration images as well. So if they found a look online and they want you to have that as a reference point, they can add it here. And they can also include a link to a Pinterest page or anywhere where they've included inspiration for you. So if they've already built up a whole Pinterest page of tons of inspiration, they can add the link here and you would have that as a reference point throughout the design consultation. Next up, your client can provide you with dimensions of the space and images of the space. So we allow them to include the dimensions for the door opening, because that product has to get through that door opening if it's going to work within the space. We do include some advice on how to take pictures, and then your client can include the dimensions of each wall within the space. So they can add in the width and the height of each wall, and then they can upload the corresponding photo. They can also tell you a little bit about themselves here. So, for instance, do they have kids or pets? How many people in the household altogether? Is it relaxed or formal? Do they entertain much? Do they rent or own? And they can add any final details right here. And when they update those project details, you are going to receive an email from us that says that your client has requested a job. So as a designer, you'll log back into your account. I'm just going to go right back to your projects page. And when you get logged into your account, you'll see that project requests are coming in right here. So you can click on this and you can review all of the incoming jobs from those clients. Here's all of the product details that you can review. And when you're ready to go, you can just accept this job and kickstart into the designs. Now, if you want to actually advertise your services online, your DesignFiles account also comes with promotional links that you can use to do just that. So you just click into this menu here and you can invite clients. Now in here, you can choose to do one of two things. You can invite clients to go directly to your design packages page where they can preview all the packages, pick one, pay for it, and jump right into the questionnaire to kickstart the design consultation. Or you can choose to invite clients to request a design consultation from you without having to purchase a package. It's completely up to you. You can advertise your services on Facebook, on Twitter. You can send out branded emails to your client list, and you can use this link to hook up your website, your blog, or any of your social channels. So if any client clicks on this link, they'll get directed right into your DesignFiles account where they can either request a design consultation from you without first paying for a package, or you can choose to direct them right to your packages page where they can buy a package and fill in all the project-specific details. So that wraps up our demo for DesignFiles. And if you have any questions at all about any of these features, don't hesitate to contact our team. We're here to help. We want you to succeed. So if you need us, you can reach out to us by email, by phone, or you can choose to use our live chat option right here. We're here to help, so definitely let us know. Thanks for watching.